At 11:03 in the morning. The alert didn't come from the help desk. It came straight from security. Milo, the grey tabby IT cat who walked upright on two legs, stopped mid-corridor as his phone vibrated in his pocket. The message on the screen was stark. SIEM alert. Suspicious authentication pattern detected. Multiple failed logins service account. This wasn't just noise. This was a real signal. He broke into a steady, determined pace, his long tail swishing behind him for balance. He reached the security operations room within minutes. The air was tense, filled with the low hum of servers and the soft glow of dozens of screens. Timelines, IP addresses, and authentication logs scrolled past in a blur of data. He didn't need a deep dive to see the problem. A service account was being abused. The username was valid, but the behavior was anything but. Someone was trying to get in, and they were using a legitimate key to pick the lock. Milo's paws moved deftly across his tablet, filtering the torrent of data. The pattern emerged quickly. Login attempts were happening well outside of normal business hours. The access requests were coming from a foreign autonomous system number, a network far from their own, and the multi-factor authentication bypass. It wasn't triggered because this was a legacy account, an old piece of digital infrastructure left behind from a previous era. Technical debt, he thought with a sigh. It always comes back to bite you. There was no time to waste debating the root cause, but action was needed now. With a few swift commands, he revoked the service account token, cutting off the attacker's primary access. He forced a password rotation and disabled all interactive logins for the account. The frantic stream of red alerts on the main screen slowed, then stopped. The immediate attack was over, but the real question still hung in the air, heavy and unspoken. How did they get the credentials in the first place? The answer, as it often did, lay in the packets. He initiated a full packet capture from the affected systems, sifting through the digital conversations happening on the network. There it was. A compromised application server running an outdated version of its software had been the entry point, and the credentials. They were stored in plain text, right there in a configuration file. It was a rookie mistake, one that should have been caught years ago. Milo immediately isolated the server, pulling its virtual network cable and cutting it off from the rest of the infrastructure. He then triggered a full, organization-wide credential audit, starting with anything that had ever touched that compromised server. He enforced new conditional access policies, ensuring that even with valid credentials, access from an untrusted location would be impossible without additional verification. He rotated all dependent secrets and updated the firewall rules, permanently blocking the attack vector at the network's edge. The digital door wasn't just closed, it was now bricked over. By 12:14, just over an hour after the first alert, the incident was contained. He confirmed it with a final check of the logs. No data exfiltration, no lateral movement within the network. The attacker had knocked, and knocked hard, but they hadn't managed to get past the antechamber. He began documenting everything meticulously, a precise timeline of events, the indicators of compromise for future threat hunting, and every single remediation step he had taken. The report had to be flawless, not just for compliance, but so they could learn from it. Later that evening, curled up at home, his partner Pixel, a sleek calico, nuzzled his shoulder. "Tough day?" she asked, her voice soft. "Did someone try to break in?" Milo looked up from his tea, his ears twitching slightly as he recalled the day's frantic events. He nodded slowly. "They knocked," he said, his voice calm and steady. But the door stayed closed. He took a sip of his tea, the warmth spreading through him. In the world of cybersecurity, a day where the door stays closed is a good day. It was a constant battle of wits and wills, and today they had won. He leaned back, finally allowing himself to relax. The network was safe for now, and tomorrow he would be back ready to guard it again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like and subscribe for more tales from the digital front lines.